먹는 ധ്യാനവും പ്രണതം.
Sri Ganesham Gananatham
Sathya Sai Nilaya Sai Shanti Nilaya Nivasi Swami Prashanti Nilaya Nivasa मेरे स्वामी दर्शन दो मुझे दर्शन दो मेरे स्वामी आओ आओ
शंकरा सदाशिवा सदा पते मनोहरा शंकरा सदाशिवा सदा पते मनोहरा Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bol Manuva Seetha Ram, Bol Manuva Seetha Ram.
Yadu Nandalala, Gopala.
Take my everything. Oh Lord, take my everything. And let me be at instrument to work for thee. And let me be the instrument to work for thee. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Oh, peace, peace, peace. Sarangi uncles and aunties, brothers and sisters, Swami's message today will be given by Sister Lakshmi.
Sai Ram. This message, before I start, I should say that Swami gives the message. Swami is the message, and Swami is also the listener of the message. Yeah, he is all these things. Just like he is the singer, he is the song, and he is also the listener. Yeah. So this message, I went to my YouTube for something that somebody sent me to look at it, and I had all these message stories on what does Avatar Declaration Day mean to you, right? So I heard and watched some of the videos, so I will give you little snippets from it. The first question that this brother prayed, if you all know, he's one of those who narrated Sathya Sai series. Yeah? So what the prayer says, the first question we should ask is, what does it mean to us that Swami is in our lives? Just what does it mean? If he's our Guru, then it's complete obedience. You don't ask any questions. You're like Ekalavya in Mahabharata, when Drona says, give me your thumb. He didn't say, hey, I only made a clay image of you, I'll give you a clay thumb. No, man, he actually cut his thumb and gave it to Dronacharya. So, absolute obedience. Yeah, no questions about why do bad things happen to people. Because for Swami, they are not good or bad. Everything is just balance. Everything is just balance. So he says, what does it mean if you say Swami is your mother? Then it is your duty to be loving and caring like a mother at all times. If you say Swami is your father, then again it's obedience. So Swami, you ask, what does he mean to you? We are all here today because he means something to us. So what is that something? Yeah? Just what is that something? And how much does he know? We all know that he knows every thought even that we think. It's not even just the words we speak or the things we do. He even knows the thoughts. And these were some very hilarious stories that Geeta Mohan Ram shared. Also on October 20th this year, she shared it with the New Zealand devotees on Zoom or Skype or whatever, or long distance. So she says when she was in her 10th standard, that year Swami had summer course for college students, and she wanted to attend the summer course. So, and her father was on the selection board, so she went to her father and said, I want to attend the summer course. And her father told her, you're in 10th standard, you don't qualify. Then she went to Swami directly and said, Swami, I want to attend the summer course. So the Swami looks at her father. You know how Swami likes to play games. So he looks at her father and says, Padmanabh, aren't you in the selection board? He says, yes, Swami. That is your daughter, no? Why don't you select her and let her in? So she says her father is completely devoted to Swami. Total obedience. He says, Swami, she doesn't qualify. So Swami is very pleased that, that this man follows every word he says. Then he told Geeta, never mind. I'll give you a badge, you come and attend. This was in March of 1970. Come April, come May, and it's coming. 21st of May is actually the day the program starts. After 20th May, she's going to Vrindavan every day. She watches Swami take a badge and give this person, take a badge and give this person. And then Swami looks at her and smiles. And so she tells her father, Remind Swami, remind Swami. So her mother says, no such things between you and Swami. So that is the first thing she reminds us, is that everything is between us and Swami. There is nobody in between. Right? It's direct. So she said, okay, and she went home. She cried to her mother and she said, the Swami is not giving me, not giving me. Her mother says, well, he doesn't give, he doesn't give. You know, then it comes to 20th of May, 21st is the program. Now that day she's totally wild. When she goes home, she starts abusing Swami. She says, he calls himself Sathya Sai Baba. He should actually be Asathya Sai Baba, telling falsehood. And her mother says, hey, be careful. And she said, no, he's not keeping his word. He's Asathya Sai Baba. And the next thing she knows, the telephone rings. And as the state coordinator or someone calls her mother and says, I want to talk to Geeta. And so Geeta gets a phone. She says, hey Geeta, Swami is standing there and telling me, this Geeta girl is shouting at me and calling me Asathya Sai Baba. Go and give her this badge. You know? So everything, no matter where you are, what you are doing, he is aware of it. It's just up to us. Do we want to remember that? Or do we want to keep saying, oh, be gone, oh, he doesn't know. Like Geeta also tried this once. So she pulled grass and said, it's just grass. And Swami pulled her up for that too. He said, you think it's just grass? You can't create a single thing and you want to destroy it. Now that I think is very, very relevant to us at this time. Yeah. We have destroyed so much while we have no power to create. We are still trying to destroy a virus. We have no power to create. You know, we may put things together, but there's some life energy that makes it alive. It's not us. So we are still trying to destroy things which we have no power to create. We have no. It's not even the thing that we are destroying that we have no power to create. We are just destroying everything wantonly without realizing that we need to be able to create something. Otherwise, don't destroy it. Yeah. So then, she also told another story which I think is very relevant about faith, about how sometimes we doubt Swami, you know. And she says, although he's there in our lives, we know he's here every day, he's watching every step, he's hearing every thought, but yet we let loose some words sometimes. We do some actions. And so the same with her mother actually. Her mother was invited to Europe and Swami said, yes, go, you know, first time you're going, please go, take care. And Swami said something which made no sense to any of them at that point of time. He said, that's a new country, you know, learn how to open the doors and close the doors and also the windows, you know, you must know how to open them. So they all thought, what is this advice Swami is giving? Yeah. But at the end when she was in Sweden, she was alone in her room, the gas started leaking and she had no idea how to open the window. And then she started having doubts in Swami. You sent me here and then now I'm going to die in this strange country. My husband and my children are in Bangalore. I might as well have died in Bangalore. These are people who had so much interaction with Swami and yet they could ask these questions, yeah, what about us? Yeah, let's think about that. We've had no interaction with him really. So then she asked this question and then suddenly her room door opened. She saw Swami climbing 2 steps into her room. She said, Kamalama, what is all this noise? Huh? There's no more gas, okay? You just go back to bed. And he gave her some vibhuti or just blessed her. No vibhuti, he just blessed her and went off. All this was in few seconds. So now she goes to sleep, but she wakes up in the morning. Did he come or not? Did he really come? Or was I just imagining that he came? So she goes back to India and when she lands at home, first thing she does, quickly hurry, have a bath and run to Vrindavan. Nobody knows why is she running. So Swami looks at her when she walks in. Kamalama, I told you, isn't it? Learn to open the windows. Huh? You think you're going to die in one foreign country, is it? And so, you know, it takes that much for us to have that faith that Swami is there all the time. So Geeta asked Swami, how do we nurture this faith? So Swami said, you need the satsang of people who have faith. It may be 1% more than you, it may be 2% more than you, but have satsang of people who have faith. And faith is like a small sapling you planted and you water it with Namasmarana and you fence it again with satsang, and then it will grow and it will really grow on you. Yeah? And so he says you must increase your faith. In having let Swami into our lives, it is for us to completely increase our faith in him. We can't say we have 100% faith, we have doubts. Can you imagine people who spent so many years with Swami from 1943 to 1970 something, and she's still shouting at Swami and saying, "You send me to this country to die," you know? So, 30 years with him and they still have doubts. So, we have doubts at all times. Yeah? But we must keep having the faith that Swami is always with us. He has said it many times, "I'm always with you, I'm in you, I'm beside you, I'm above you, I'm below you," everywhere. Yeah? And the last story is from about once you have faith in God, what do you get at the end? So this was narrated by Brother Prem, this story. Many of you might have heard it. It's about this man who was so mad about Vishnu. He was so mad about Vishnu, he was constantly in sadhana, and when sage Narada went by him, he said, "I say, Swami, you're going to see my Prabhu. Please ask him when will he give me darshan." And so Narada thinks, "Wow, this man is so devoted. I must ask this question." He goes there to Vaikuntham and he asks, "Prabhu, this man wants to know when you will give him darshan." And Mahavishnu says, "When all the leaves on the tree that he's sitting under fall, I'll give him darshan." Now Narada is crestfallen. He says, "What is this? How many lifetimes will it take for all the leaves to fall? Half the leaves fall, another half will grow. When will this tree ever be bare?" He's so crestfallen, he goes. And so this man asks him, Did you ask my Prabhu?" He says, "Yes. What did he say? What did he say?" He said, "When all the leaves on this tree fall, you will get darshan." And this man went dancing with joy. He said, "He's going to give me darshan, he's going to give me darshan, he's going to give me darshan." It doesn't matter to him when Vishnu is going to give darshan. The fact that Vishnu said, "I will give darshan," was enough for him. And many of you know the next minute Mahavishnu turned up in front of him. And he said, when the man has so much joy at the thought that I am going to give him darshan, I have to fulfill his wish immediately. So, we come to the line, we allow Swami into our lives. We have to develop this faith in him by planting it and watering it with Namasmaranam, which like what we are doing here. And we have to remember that he will keep his word if we are joyous. As he says, as Prem says, when you let Swami into your life, you must have causeless happiness. You don't need a cause to be happy because Swami is there in our lives. You don't need a cause to fear because Swami is in your life. You have boundless joy. Why? Because Swami is in our lives. Yeah? So we reflect on this message. What does Swami mean to us? Are we in the state of causeless joy, boundless joy, and fearlessness? Is that how we are living our lives, having allowed Swami into our lives? Sai Ram.